Hey everyone, welcome to Blade and Brush. I'm Mike, your wet shaver, back with a shave that I've been dreading all morning because for some reason the hot water is out. The city's out working on some kind of pipes or whatever, so I don't know what they're doing. The stove seems to be working, but the hot water isn't. So I don't know. Maybe it's something with separate line or something. I don't know. But anyway, I got a soap that I've been keeping in reserve, which is apropos considering it is Rustbelt Reserve, Prince Edward Island from Shannon Soaps, which is local to Ohio. Yeah, got to represent the Buckeye State here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. I've never actually shaved with cold water before, so this is going to be rather interesting. I just showered with cold water, which is not pleasant at all. As you can see, it's been about a week or so since my last shave. I was using some of that extra bloom water there to wet my face. I did trim my hair down this morning. So yeah, the Prince Edward Island soap, the description on this says that the scent profile is a combination of tobacco, cherry, woods, and whiskey, which is a very nice combination. Can't think of anything more masculine, unless leather is involved. Possibly the scent of gunpowder. Who knows? I don't know. You may not like gunpowder. I don't. Okay, I'm using my Omega boar brush because these soaps seem to like boar bristles more. Although I have actually gone ahead and used my Badger brush and gotten some very good results, but it seems to like the boar bristles a little bit better. But yeah, I just love how thick this goes in when loading the brush, because once it lathers, oh man, you're going to get a lot of lather out of this. And it's been raining pretty much for the last several days, which is good. You know, the plants need it. But it sucks if you're trying to do anything outside, though. But I'm going to try and grill some chicken over on my little mini grill. It's a little Weber Smoky Joe tabletop. I've got a full-size one that I've never unboxed because my aunt hates charcoal grills. She has this really awful electric grill that I never use if I can help it. But she's of the opinion that the electric grill is less polluting, and saying, no, because the coal and oil and methane that you're burning to run the electricity for however long you're using that thing far outpaces any charcoal that I use on my little tabletop grill. But, you know, my aunt's a boomer, and, you know, it is one of those political ideologies where it's like if you can't see the problem or feel it, then it doesn't exist. So, you know, to me, that's what, you know, a lot of so-called green technology is, like electric vehicles and lawnmowers and grills. I do. They're a way of kind of like kicking the can down the road. Man, look at how that layered up. mean, not that I don't use electric lawnmowers, but again, you have to charge up the battery using an outlet that is powered by a coal plant, most likely. Or fracking. And when I was growing up, we used a mechanical lawnmower. You know what I'm talking about, the one that like spin. It looks it's called like a reel motor, like REEL, and blades are supposedly self-sharpening. I doubt that very much, but there's no mechanical components to it. It's just you push it, the blades turn, they cut the grass. No gasoline required. All right, so I'm using the Mule R41. It's a two-piece razor, as you can see. I've got an Astra Superior Platinum in here. Yeah, the little twist knob. Now, I understand that there is a three-piece version of this. I don't know if it's still produced. When I received this, it was the two-piece version. But I wanted to show you how it works. Because it is probably going to end up taking the place of my Mercure Progress, which is another two-piece razor. I don't know. We'll see. The Progress is adjustable. This is not. But it does have kind of like a scalloped comb to it. It's not what I would call a true open comb. I would call it like semi-open comb. All right, so moment of truth here. Oh, wow. Man, that just went to town on those whiskers. Man. And with my Astra SP, and this is one of the Russian-made Astra SPs, like circa 2016. Or 2017, I think. It's like when the manufacturer, for some reason, because Gillette had bought out the brand. And it used to have this black ink stamp with the label, and it was on both sides, and it had like the little numbers so you know which side you were using if you flipped it over. And then for some reason, they shifted that to one side being laser etched on there, and the other side is blank. So I inadvertently got a 100-count box of those. But now, since the conflict in Europe, Gillette went ahead and sent its production to India. And the old ink stamp and printed wrapper came back. So I'm not sure if that was just a decision by the plant owners in St. Petersburg, or if it was a decision by Gillette. I'll tell you this much, I still prefer the Russian-made Astras. So I've tried the Indian ones, and they're not quite as good, in my opinion. Yeah, they're not nearly as forgiving on the face. I can see all this hair getting taken off. Yeah, Shannon Soaps also made the Scarlet Zone that is sold by Timeless Razors in a collaboration. My one complaint is that using the cold water, it's not bringing out the scent. As would normally be the case. So I'm not really getting the full olfactory effect. Man, I really love how this razor goes to town on a week's worth of growth. Yeah, so I don't know if you used to watch Heroes on NBC back in the early 2000s. It was a show about people who suddenly found themselves with superpowers. And some of them turned to evil, others did not. But one of the actresses from that show, Hayden Panettiere, was only 16 when she started on that show in 2006. She passed away yesterday, unfortunately. She was just about to turn 37 on Friday. Now, the cause of death has not been revealed, and people are already speculating that it was a drug overdose, and that pisses me off. You know, it's like people always leap to conclusions before they know what happened. I remember 2014, Robin Williams sadly took his own life, and people for days, weeks, months were talking about his mental illness, and I'm like, dude, you don't even know why he killed himself. And it came out, of course, later that he was suffering from Lewy body dementia, that he would have had a couple of years left anyway. So I think he, according to his widow, he must have had a moment of clarity and decided, you know what, I'm not going to put my family through that and watching me deteriorate. And yes, Robin Williams did have his demons, don't get me wrong, but, people were acting like that was the only reason he took his own life. And, that, it just cheeses me off. And, a similar thing happened with Erin Moran from Happy Days. She played Jodie Cunningham, the daughter of the main family in that show. And when she passed away, Scott Baio, that piece of dung, was going on the radio and talking about how she didn't have a good home life and about her drug habit. And turns out she had stage 4 breast cancer that she died from. And Scott Baio always had a punchable face, but it became something you want to take a sledgehammer to when he started going off like that. So that just cheeses me off. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be such a downer today, but it's like we lost Michelle Trachtenberg last year. Apparently she had a liver transplant that her body rejected. Sadly, she passed away at the age of 39 last year. And then roughly the same day, we found out that Gene Hackman and his wife had passed away like a week earlier. And then earlier this year, we lost Nicholas Brandon from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, heart problems. Apparently, he was only 54, like a couple years older than I am. And then last week or the week before, we lost Devay Chase, who played the little ghost girl in The Ring reboot. And apparently she was homeless and had AIDS. And died from sepsis from an infection, because AIDS destroys your immune system. But yeah, so we've got way too many young people dying early who should still be alive. And I remember Brittany Murphy, when she passed away, people started in on her drug problems, and it's like, no, she had an infection that she didn't get treated for. All I'm asking is, when someone dies before his or her time, wait till an official cause of death is listed before you start talking. That's all I'm saying, Okay, that's pass number 2 done. Oh, wow. It's a little bit rough going against the grain, so I'm going to do my usual third pass. But man, this razor and blade combination really works. And if I've been using hot water or warm water from the tap, I wonder how much more effective it would have been. Because I can tell you right now, my skin's going to be irritated. I think because of the cold water, my pores aren't opened as much as they should be. And in my experience, oops. So I got a bit of lather on the floor. In my experience, a warm blade goes over the skin a lot better and more smoothly than does a cold one. Still, despite the cold water and the cold lather, this is an amazingly slick soap. I do have the companion aftershave with this. So we'll see what the scent on that is like. This is my first shave with this soap. Not sure if you can hear the buzzing outside. Somebody's using some kind of machinery. Man. I don't need all that much in the way of touch-ups. an unusual spot, around my chin. Just because it sticks out a little bit. Wow. Yeah, that was amazing. Like I said, if I'd had the warm water to work with, but I would have gotten even better results. But even with cold water, I'm still getting baby butt smooth. Yeah, definitely feeling the alum, which is to be expected. I mean, even as surprisingly gentle as this is, considering I had a week's worth of growth, it still is at least a semi-open comb and, a heavier razor. So, you don't want to take this for granted. It's not as heavy as, say, my Wishi adjustable or my Vikings Blade Emperor Augustus, but it's still fairly heavy. Maybe even a little bit lighter than the Timeless Bronze, actually, but it's still not. It's not something that you want to take for granted. So, just. Yeah, one of the things I like about Shannon soaps, besides being amazingly slick, is that it is made right here in Ohio. And I gotta support my home state, It's like, because once Dr. John's moved out of Ohio to New York and then closed down because the owner found his dream job and was able to do that full time. So I gotta look for local alternatives and help those businesses out. So if you live here in Ohio, yeah, Shannon's soaps, Timeless razors, they are native to Ohio. And even if you're not in Ohio, they are very good soaps, excellent product. So let's take a look here. Saponified with potassium and sodium hydroxides, oils, butters of tallow, kokum, avocado, wow, cocoa, shea, stearic acid, coconut, glycerin, lanolin, oh wow, coconut oil, goat milk, oh I'm getting fancy here, fractionated coconut oil, I have no idea, fractionated, what the heck is that, buckthorn extract, all right, meadow foam, seed oil, meadow foam seed oil, vitamin E, and then, there's the fragrances. So yeah, that's the ingredient list in descending order. Now, we don't know exactly how much in descending order. That's a company secret. But, let me go ahead and show you the soap there. But, yeah, if you like, really masculine scents, Prince Edward Island, can't really go wrong there. But now here comes a moment of truth, because I've let my face rest a little bit after the witch hazel and alum. And I've gone ahead and shaken this up. Oh, wow. Okay, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. Wow. Yeah. Face all nice and clean, as it should be. Let me tell you something, going without shaving for a week, it's not fun. It's not even November. Which reminds me, I haven't done No Shave November in a couple years because my fiance doesn't like me to have any facial hair. She keeps at me to shave my armpit hair because apparently Filipinos don't like a lot of body hair on their men. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't mind it, but if you know where I can get a good, inexpensive body trimmer, let me know in the comments below. All right, so again, Rustbelt Reserve, Prince Edward Island by Shannon Soaps, along with the companion aftershave splash. Razor was the Mule R41 two-piece with an Astra Superior Platinum Russian-made version. All right, so please go ahead and do all the YouTube things: like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that you never miss an update. Yeah. Until next time, this is Mike for Blade and Brush, signing off.